I'm so pleased to welcome back to the show. She's with us every month. You know her. Our certified dream coach, Teena Taukus. Teena, happy April to you.
Happy April to you too, Mary. It's great to actually be in here with you.
I know, but often on Saturdays you're over the phone.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in today, and thank you for bringing along, just kind of, let's set the stage for our conversation. So I'm going to introduce her, and then Teena, I'll have you kind of explain why she's here so much. She is a friend. I've met her before. We're Facebook friends as well, and it's so nice to see once again Tory McDonald. Tory, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Teena, you have been working with Tory.
Yes.
As a dream coach, as you are, working with her on several different issues. Explain to us the process and where, and Tory, chime in whenever you want to, since it's kind of your life we're going to be talking about, the issues, Teena, you've been working with her on, and what has come out, what has evolved from that.
Okay. I first started working with Tory with her weight loss. And then it evolved to some personal matters that kind of had unpeeled as she lost weight and became more confident with herself.
And I'm going to interrupt for a moment, because you've talked about that in most of our conversations, Teena. You mentioned that. You call it peeling the onion.
Yes.
And that's your term, not mine. And that when you start working with folks and you peel the onion, that oftentimes other things surface, other things come up that the individual did not even know was there.
Correct. Exactly. Because we then become more aware as somebody points things out to us. And what story Tory's going to share is actually that. That's when she got the goosebumps, Mary. And that's when she got all excited. So it wasn't only about what we were working on one-on-one, but all of a sudden she said something, and that's where I know we've talked before, where it's my job to listen. And it's not only the things that we're specifically working on, but it's those little things in between.
That's right. And you are so excellent at that.
Well, thanks.
So excellent at that.
That's what I love to do best.
That is kind of what you do.
Yep.
And you're so good at it because it's not only what you do, it's who you are.
Correct.
It's who you are. So, Tory, okay, let's get right to the personal stuff.
Okay.
You went to see Teena specifically for weight loss. Was that your first issue?
Yeah, I've known Teena for a long time. I did go through the weight loss program. I've lost 110 pounds.
Oh, my
in
goodness.
About a year and a half. And in the midst of doing all of that, we got together. We started doing a little bit of the dream coaching work, started just having conversations, and I had my aha moment, my brick upside the head that just, we were talking, I've had...
Aha sounds a little less painful than brick upside the head, incidentally.
But it was a brick upside the head, it was just one of those
it.
things that, I did. I needed to hear myself say what I want to do. I've had some personal things happen. I've lost my sister to breast cancer, just had to place my mom in a nursing home. And it's the nursing home that brought to the forefront what I want to do. As I retire, as I get a different dog, because the dog that I have right now is not exactly conducive to what I'm looking to do. I really want to bring pet therapy into the nursing homes. When you bring an animal in, being an animal-oriented person to begin with, I understand it. When you bring an animal into a nursing home, you will see those chair sitters lift their heads up.
Perk up.
They perk up, they look, they reach out, and it's just something that I really, really want to do with myself.
Oh, and Teena, and the reason, and thank you, Tory, for coming in and being our subject today, because I really wanted to help our listeners understand, and this is what we talked about, Teena, understand your dream coach process.
Right.
And we needed someone specific, aka guinea pig, and that's where you came into it.
It'd be me.
So explain, Teena, when you were talking and working with Tory, what were you hearing? What was she saying that really got you to get her down to that next level?
So first, when I was working with her day, when she just was kind of casually talking in a session about, what I want to do, well, and she just, it came out of nowhere. And so I took a mental note and I said, okay, I said, Tory, did you just hear yourself? And she says, no, what? I said, did you just hear the excitement in your voice when you said, I want to raise animals for rehab for seniors? And she goes, no. I said, so how does that feel when I said that? She goes, oh my goodness. And she had that goosebumps moment, Mary.
I love it. I love it. Life is about goosebump moments. Hopefully, it should be about goosebump moments.
I hope everybody gets goosebumps at some point. And that's when I pointed it out to her that she became more aware of it, because it just seemed like a regular everyday thing for her. It was in her thoughts. She was excited about it. Then what I've worked with her on is, so who else have you told? Who else have you shared that with?
That's a biggie, isn't it, Tory?
It's
What
huge.
else have you done to start making it happen? So those provoking questions, like I kind of threw you off one time in a group, and I'm like, okay, Mary, where are you?
You did. I don't remember what the question was, but I
forget
remember my
too.
reaction.
I do. And I love to do that with people, because that puts you into a very sensitive place within yourself. And that's when you start thinking more about it. And when you set the intention, when you're aware and you take action, holy cow, you go all different places with it.
So, Tory, that was something that you knew you were interested in. Had you not ever realized or thought that it was something that you could actually devote your energy and life to? You had just not taken it to that conscious thinking?
I had always had that in the back of my brain, but as we've discussed many times, I was afraid almost to bring it forward for fear of failure, fear of people thinking I'm crazy, fear, all kinds of in your head fears.
Nope.
And aren't those fears just silly?
They are.
Aren't they?
They
just
really
silly
are.
and kind of a waste of time.
Bringing it out and actually voicing it, telling first my husband, first myself, and then sharing it with my husband and my dad, who is 92. He even thinks it's a good idea, which surprised me. And I've actually taken it beyond that. I've contacted a few agencies. There's a local agency right in Cromwell, which is right next door to where my mom work with therapy animals, and they teach not only the people, they teach the animals, and it's a great program and one I plan on getting involved in.
I'm sure you probably have lots of folks you can connect with that. But that sort of thing, I mean, I just love getting a feel for the process that you work on with folks as a dream coach, because it is not a new profession at this point, but it's something that, and I've gotten emails when you've been on, that people love what you say, but they didn't really understand how it worked. So I'm so delighted that you brought in our guinea pig, aka Tory, today to really lend a face and a voice and a specific scenario to what you do.
Right. That's why I had hoped this would do that for people, so that they get the process, feel like it can be something that they would benefit from. And Tory now gets to continue to grow, and I keep her on task, because on a regular basis, it's like, okay, what did you do? What are you doing about it? It's always about keeping in action.
That's right. And that's my question for the day. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you say that, Teena, in terms of my question for folks is, what is it that keeps you positive? And I mentioned in the beginning of the show, being positive for any one moment in time is key. That's the beginning. But we have to figure out what works for us to maintain that positive thinking, because that's what's really going to get us to where we want to get to. So that's so perfect. Teena and Tory, you both need to come back.
We will.
Tory, I'm going to put you on the spot because we have like 15 seconds.
Okay.
What was it for you that finally got you to losing the weight? What was that light that went off working with Teena?
That I can obtain it myself. It is possible. She gave me the power.
Teena, give your website, please, or your email, how folks can get in touch with you.
Actually, the website is www.becomingme.biz.
I love that. Becomingme.biz. Do you have an email, Tory, that you'd like to share in case people want? No, you have to move your head, not the microphone.
Sorry.
I can be reached at Vamacdo. It's VAMACDO @comcast.net if anybody has any questions.
Congratulations. Thank you for
you.
coming in. This is Mary
Thanks.
Jones.